Heidi ho, everybody. How you doing? It's Tomcat here, doing another priority 2-day mail unboxing. I believe this one is actually a Chucky doll that I ordered. Unlike, I don't know if I'm actually going to post it or not, the package I was mistaking for a Chucky doll, but was actually something else. So, any cowabunga. I got this one off of eBay. I bought all of these dolls recently off of eBay, except for one I got off Etsy, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But right now, this could be either one of two. I don't remember. I see that it's from Pennsylvania. I think this is two Chucky dolls, the Stuck-a-Chuck, but it could also be one from 1993. So we're just gonna cut it on open and see who we got here. Like, it'd be funny if I just sliced my hand open, started bleeding everywhere, except for the part where that would actually kind of suck. I'm always cautious about opening packages. I remember when I was a kid, my mom got me this Sesame Street, it was like a laminated thing to eat food on, and she cut it open and accidentally cut off the top, and she scotch taped it, put it back together, and I was just like, oh, what happened here? Alright, so somebody drinks either beer or pop. And it is, voila! It is the two Stuck-a-Chucks. Let's check these guys out. Nice green wrapping. If you're gonna go with wrapping, I guess green is a good choice. Could actually probably turn that into one of the Blob Slores aliens in a Death Cat show or production or something. Ah, molto bella. It's actually really prime condition, other than he's got a little scuff on his face. But yeah. There's a Child's Play 2 Stuck-a-Chuck. Right there you can see it says Child's Play 2 right there on it. And he still has the tag. I'm Chucky, wanna play, call me. He's got the hotline. Don't call if you're under 18. And I guess this dude was $20 back in the day. Which I paid $65 for both of them. So, you know, take or give inflation. About the same price. Yeah, he's like brand spanking new. Other than, you know, being 28 years old. That's cool. I wonder, I have no idea what that hotline is. Teleline. Check that out. If you can. I don't know if it's going to focus or not. But, I'll insert some photos later. Well, there's the Stuck-a-Chuck Child's Play 2 Chucky. Super fucking awesome. I actually already have one. Child's Play 2 Stuck-a-Chuck. It's a little more worn out. I cleaned off his face quite a bit. I am stuck to the TV there, but he fell off. And then here, essentially the same thing. The only difference being Stuck-a-Chuck Child's Play 3. This guy's got some pretty long hair. Looks like he got stuck at Woodstock in some sort of time warp. Got hair down to his butt. But yeah, there's another difference actually. So it's funny, even though this Child's Play 2, I know they use these on the promo for Child's Play. So he's got like that burn. One side is a scuff mark. That side's scuff, but there, it's like a fake burn from the cigarette lighter when Detective Mike Norris, you know, burns him in the car. And I guess they were reusing it for Child's Play 2. But the Child's Play 3 one does not have no burn mark, fake burn mark in his face. So pretty cool. Also the patterns are a bit different. The fabric there. Aw, ain't they cute? These are fucking awesome. I love these. When the world's falling apart and everything's bullshit, sometimes we relapse into consumerism and collectibles to make ourselves feel happy. So I guess I'll talk about these Chuckies right here. Okay, so I'll grab a small one. I actually ordered this guy right here thinking he was the 24-inch one. He was listed as 28 inches, but he's 15 inches. These were from when they came out with Child's Play 2 as well, back in 1991, I believe. Or 1990, I'm sorry. 3 was 91. No, this is 91, so this is Child's Play 3. Which also would explain why he's different from... I guess there's all sorts of variations. But he's basically the same thing as these guys right here. And I was very adamant about getting this particular Chucky doll because I have a memory from my childhood. When I was 2 or younger, my dad would let me watch the Child's Play films. I was too young to really, process that, I guess. And then I'd go back to my mom's house, and I'd have nightmares about Chucky trying to kill me. And she'd always be yelling at him, "Don't let him watch those movies. Quit showing him Chucky and Halloween and all that stuff." And I remember being at the mall with her. I don't know when it was. I mean, it was when these guys were around, but it definitely was not 1991. Had to be probably a few years after. We were at Spencer Gifts or something, and I just remember there was Chucky dolls like this particular one, laying on the ground with a tag still on it, of course. But I remember we were getting some sort of gift. I was there with my sister and her and staring at them on the ground, and I was like freaked out, like it's fucking Chucky. And then I remember later, I remember that nightmare. I was probably about like 5 or 6, probably 6 I would guess. And I remember having a nightmare. It wasn't even that scary now that I think about it, but we were like at our church/school that we went to, and we were in the parking lot, and I just see this little, Chucky fucking running around the bushes in the parking lot behind all the cars, and he had like the red stripes even though he didn't have those in the movie. And I remember that particular nightmare, and then I remember having another dream where it was like Chucky and Frankenstein teamed up. And then I woke up and I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. And I started drawing a comic. I'm sure it's long gone. This was before Bride of Chucky. And it was like Chucky hopping on Frankenstein monster, not Frankenstein, but the monster shoulders. But back then, a lot of people think the monster is Frankenstein. And back then, the monster was Frankenstein to me. So the comic was Chucky meets Frankenstein. And they were about to go around and like kill some people or something. I remember using some cool colored pencils. Actually, I still have those colored pencils that I use for my comics today. And with this particular exact doll right here, you see he's missing a button. I got this off eBay. He had a hole in him. Somebody was trying to sell him along with a My Buddy doll that I didn't really want. Although I do like the ones that have the apparel that match closer to the good guy dolls. But anyways, he was missing a bunch of stuffing, it looked like, in the image, and he had a hole in him. I could tell he was beat up. Child's Play writing is faded on him. But I couldn't find any of these, and I was feeling insane, and I was like, I need to get one. So I I messaged her and she shipped him out to me for, without the other one, for like $50, which is kind of a lot. And then I was like, why is his head so heavy? All the stuffing that was in him, that was missing in him, was inside of his head, and it was damp, and it still smells a little bit like mildew. So I had to open up the hole a little bit more and spend like, I don't know, almost a fucking hour just like pulling the damp ass stuffing, which was really weird, like peanut foam mixed with little plasticky things with little bears on them. I let it dry. I was going to put it back in him, but it smelled weird. So I went up to the dollar store. I was going to go buy stuffing, but I was like, maybe I could find something at the dollar store. I was going to use spider web. I was going to buy a bunch of spider web. And then they had these really cool pillows. I was like, I could get a pillow and pull the stuffing out, which is why this pillow is kind of limp right here, because I pulled the stuffing out. And I used that to stuff him up and stitch him back here, stitch his overalls back together, stitched a little hole back there. He had a hole in his foot that I stitched up. So repaired, he stands strong and ready to strangle and stab some people. And then here's the same one. I got this guy off eBay, the bidding ended, and then I messaged the guy and asked if it was still available. The writing on him is not faded or not peeled off, but the doll, however, you can tell just by his hair, he's faded, his stripes are faded, but for some reason his overalls, the blue looks a lot better. Tag is there. And yeah, these buttons also on this one, those were replaced by the previous owner. And I actually got another one of these coming in the mail that seems like he's in better condition than both of these guys, but you know, I love them regardless. Chucky collection being rebuilt so far, and I got 4 more coming in the mail. I'll slice open the boxes. I'm going back to my dad's house in Detroit in October for, I do the Planet 9 Film Festival in Hamtramck, Michigan. I do it out here in Los Angeles too, but I'm going out there, and then I'm going on tour with my band Death Cat. Really excited about that. It should be a strange, interesting time. Hopefully we don't die on the road of starvation and all that. But the point I was trying to make, I guess, with that is I have Chucky dolls out there as well that I'll show you later on as well. 2 of them I know I gave to my Uncle Otto, who does a really cool haunted house in Plymouth, Michigan. I think this might be his last year, and he might have to move it, and trying to figure out stuff, what's going on with that. But there's a 1996 one. I'll just talk about it later. And then there's, I think he still has, I was like really obsessed when I was a kid, so I sewed probably at least 10 Chucky / Good Guy dolls just from scratch out of fabric and stuffing I found in my mom and grandmother's basement. I was an avid sewer as a child between the ages of 9 and 12 or 13. I actually entered a Chucky and Tiffany dolls. They were kind of long. Maybe they're around somewhere still. I entered those into the Michigan State Fair, and I actually won. I forget which place, but I remember them telling my mom it could have gotten first if the subject matter wasn't so grim. So, more Chucky to come. And then also, let me pour myself out here. We got these cool Death Cat stickers if you're into noise punk or weird spooky punk rock. Check out my website, deathcat.us. Yeah, so there's my clippet of a video. Thanks for tuning in and watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it's not just me rambling on about my personal stuff, which is what I'm doing, because fuck, I'm an Aries, and I don't know what else to talk about. You could research the history of a lot of stuff if you're a Chucky fan. I'm sure you know all there is to know. I guess I could talk more about what I know from the merchandising side of the movies as we go along. And you know, all that bananas. If you dig it, subscribe, check out more, share your friends, join the cult. We're already in the cult. I'm in the cult. We're all in the cult.